Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on today's show, you might think you're looking at an old CJ Jeep from back in the day, but this is actually a brand new side-by-side from the folks over at Mahindra. Now, way back in the day, the Mahindra brothers actually helped in on some of the design work and the tooling work for what then was the original military Willys Jeep. And so many years later, now they're going to pay homage to this particular machine by building their brand new side-by-side that looks a lot like an old CJ. Now this vehicle is a heavyweight to say the least. Full steel frame, full live axles front and rear on leaf springs, full steel body, steel roll cage. This thing is built extremely tough. Sheer fact that it weighs over 3,000 pounds shows you that it's a pretty heavy piece indeed. It is powered by a 4-cylinder turbo diesel making 62 horsepower and 144 pounds-feet of torque. It is shifted through a 5-speed manual gearbox. The top speed on the vehicle is 45 miles an hour. Now, if you don't care for the old CJ styling, you can actually look at the entire family of vehicles. You can see right there in the middle, they got one of those old-style military-looking Jeeps that looks just absolutely fantastic. It would be a cool piece to have around the old farm. Now here's the trick. Even though it has full lights and full turn signals, horn, the whole deal, it is not legal for U.S. roads. That being said, a lot of small towns in and around, including the small town that Motor Cars HQ is involved in, actually does allow golf carts on the town roads. So I'm assuming you could probably jump through some of those loopholes and be able to drive this thing all over town. And it would be a pretty cool piece to do just that. Now, haven't heard pricing or availability as of yet, but guarantee we'll keep you in tune once we hear more. Next up on the list, well, Chevrolet showing off their brand new Silverado. Now GMC is showing off their brand new Sierra. And this vehicle gets all new bodywork and all new interior, and it is new inside and out. And it's got some cool little tricks up its sleeve, especially when we talk about out back. As far as the vehicle itself is concerned, it comes with the returning 5.3 liter normally aspirated V8. You can also get it in a 6.2 liter normally aspirated V8. There's going to be a 3 liter inline turbo diesel. It's going to be coming down the pike. We don't know a whole lot about that, at least as of yet. And at least a pair of those machines are going to be linked up with that new 10-speed automatic transmission, especially the diesel and the 6.2. Now, out back is where it gets kind of interesting because one of the engineers sitting in the back of the truck as we speak, you see it's got a large cutout in the top of the tailgate itself. If you get the full Denali version of this thing, the actual floor of the bed itself is made entirely of carbon fiber, and the bulk of this tailgate is as well. And this being the multi-pro tailgate, that particular piece can be got on the SLT model, also on the Denali model. Now what you got is you got a large cutout that actually will open up. You can open it up at just a flap when the tailgate is down to keep big pieces of cargo inside of the vehicle with the tailgate down. Also with the tailgate up, that flap can open as well. Offer up a workstation. Also you can slide full pieces of drywall and plywood in through that and keep everything else in the vehicle running smooth without falling out of the vehicle. It's also got a big step inside of it that handles 375 pounds of weight and a stabilizing bar that comes off of one of the bed sides as well to help you ingress and degress out of this particular vehicle. Again, the multi-pro tailgate comes exclusively on the SLT model and the Denali model. Now, GMC has not made official pricing or availability. There is talk that this vehicle is going to be going on sale in the back half of 2018, so you better check back with your GMC dealership. And definitely, if we hear some pricing, we'll let you know. Another vehicle that debuted over the past several days is Jaguar's brand new I-Pace ahead of its official debut at the Geneva Motor Show. Yes, this is the vehicle that they're going to go head-to-head with the Model X. This full EV vehicle comes in at 90 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery setup. That particular vehicle's got 240 miles of range. It's got twin electric engines, one front, one rear, and it also has all-wheel drive, obviously. 80% of that range can be gathered back by using a fast charger in just 40 minutes time. This vehicle does the jaunt from 0 to 60 in just 4.5 seconds. It's got an all-new interior, obviously, because the vehicle is all new, with some massive infotainment screens. Now, there's been some earlier reports that just over 60,000 pounds sterling is what this vehicle is going to be priced at. We haven't heard availability or pricing for the U.S. market, at least as of yet. But we'll definitely keep you in tune of what we hear. And last up on the list, an interesting little story hit over the past several days. In fact, this debuted just about a week ago from the taping of this program, where a video was released on the old interwebs showing a police officer drag racing a Lamborghini Aventador. Now, the trick was this actually took place 3 years ago in the state of Florida, but this is now caught in the eye of the Florida State Police, who's now looking into the situation and looking for the officer who actually drag raced this particular car. Now, obviously, if you've seen the video, the Lamborghini kind of dusts the Dodge. That's not much of a real surprise there, but there may be some disciplinary action going against this officer moving into the future. I don't know how I feel about this particular deal. If it was kind of cool that the officer actually did this, having a little fun, or whether he probably shouldn't have done that altogether. So we'll have to wait and see what the Florida State Highway Patrol actually comes out and says about this later on. We'll definitely keep you in tune with what we hear. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Don't forget to like us over on the Facebook page. Links down in the show notes. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time and get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.